Hi, in this video we're going to subtract two squared brackets like this, particularly where we've got the same thing in the bracket but where one was with a plus and where one is with a minus. That's a particularly common exam question, by the way. Now, if we have a bracket squared, anything squared just means that thing times by itself. So we've got 3x plus 2 times by itself. And then we're subtracting 3x minus 2 squared, so times by itself. And then we've just got to expand each of these pairs of brackets and then somehow do this subtraction, but being really, really careful when we do that subtraction. So remember how we expand out two brackets. We do each thing in the first bracket multiplied by each thing in the second. So I'm going to do the first thing in the first bracket multiplied by each thing in the second first. So I'm going to do the 3x times the 3x and the 3x times the 2. 3x times 3x is 9x squared, not 3x squared. And the 3x times 2 is plus 6x. Then I'm going to do the second thing times by each thing in the second bracket. So I'm going to do the 2 times the 3x, which is plus 6x. And I'm going to do the 2 times the plus 2, which is plus 4. Right, so that's the first bracket expanded. Now, this is where it gets really important in terms of following instructions. When you multiply these second brackets out, because we're subtracting something that we're expanding, when we expand it, we should leave it in a big bracket first, and we'll see why that is. But basically, it's to avoid sign errors. So let's now expand out that second bracket into that big empty space we've got. We're going to do the 3x multiplied by each of the things in the second bracket. So we've got 9x squared minus 6x. And then we do the minus 2 multiplied by each thing in the second bracket. So again, we have minus 6x, and then we have minus 2 times minus 2 is positive 4. I'm just going to tidy up a bit. We can collect like terms. 6 lots of x plus 6 lots of x is 12x with the plus 4. And then in this bracket, the 9x squared, that's the only x squared term, but minus 6x, subtract another 6 lots of x is minus 12 lots of x. We've got the plus 4. Right, now we got to this stage, I can sort of better explain why we got that bracket. Because if we didn't have this bracket here, you might just be tempted to write, well, minus 9x squared, and then we've got minus 12x plus 4. But actually, can you see we've actually got minus 12x, and we're going to do minus the 4, because we need to subtract each of the things in this bracket here. So let's do that. If I just copy out the front again, I need to subtract the 9x squared. So I've got minus 9x squared. I need to subtract the minus 12x. Well, minus 12x becomes plus 12x. And then finally, you've got the minus 4, which just becomes minus 4. And then let's just collect like terms again. We've got the 9x squared minus 9x squared. They just cancel. We've got the 12x plus the 12x, which is 24 lots of x. And then finally, we've got the 4 minus 4, which cancels again. So the final answer is just 24x.